Hello, everyone. This is Brandon A. Barnett, and this is another episode of Front Row Seat with Brandon A. Barnett. So I just got back from the movies. Got me some McDonald's, and I just recently saw the new DC comic book movie, Blue Beetle. It's directed by Angel Manuel Soto. This is his directorial debut. He doesn't have a lot of movies under his belt. Only about three. Charm City, which he did in April of 2020. La Granja, or The Farm, came out in 2015, according to the IMDb database. And his most recent one, which is Blue Beetle, which came out in 2023, which is his first American superhero movie. Um, the cast is a mixed bag of established stars, and some people who are doing their directorial, and a lot of people who are doing their this is their film debut. Um, you got Solo Man. If I butcher your name, I'm so sorry. Solo. He plays the Blue Beetle in this film, and this is his film debut. Andrea Barraza. She was in movies like Monica, which came out in 2023. Kota, which came out in 2021. Rambo: Last Blood, that came out in 2019, and Dora in the Lost Golden City. Damian Alcaraz, he was in Miss Blana, which came out in 2019. Agave, The Spirit of Nations. Anna and Bruno, Olivertos. Becky G is also in this film. You might remember her from films as Good Morning, which came out in 2022. The All Americans, which came out in 2019. AXL, which came out in 2019. The All Americans, which came out in 2019. AXL came out in 2018, and she was the Yellow Ranger in the Power Rangers reboot, which came out in 2017. And Funny Man George Lopez, you guys might remember him from No Man's Land, The Tax Collector, El Chanigro, Chano, and River Runs Red. The Tax Collector came out in 2020. Chango came out in 2019, and River Runs Red came out in 2018. You also might remember him from his sitcom days when he was on the George Lopez show. The release date of Blue Beetle is August 18th of 2023. It's rated PG-13, and it's got a 2 hour and 7 minute runtime, and it's an action adventure. And its genre is an action adventure superhero film. Now, Fandango gives Blue Beetle a 70. Fandango, on Fandango's website, Rotten Tomatoes has it as a 77, and the Fandango audience score is a 91. Now, now I'm gonna have to push back on the Rotten Tomato score. I think I honestly like the film. I liked it. I thought it was a good family friendly movie. I thought DC did a very good job in making this film. This movie should have came out before The Flash. This should have been DC's like flagship. Go ahead. They should be, if I was James Gunn, I would this solo kid. I would build the DCU around him, and I think he could do for DC what Tom Holland has done for Marvel as being like the face of it. Like I could see this solo kid, doing like make-a-wishes and meet and greets, something to like really get the fans and get the kids going, get the kids interested in the project. I really enjoyed. I liked the intro to the film. I liked how the movie gave a history of the comic book character and sort of like its comic book legacy. The movie. If you're not a comic book head like me, the movie pulls a lot from various comic book origins, but mainly the movie. The movie is built around the New 52 comic with the same title. Um, I love how the movie like an excellent mix of the slice of life mixed in with a superhero movie. I've said it that Blue Beetle is basically, to me, it felt like the Mexican version of Spider-Man. He's the plucky, he's got the Peter Parker look. He never has enough money for anything. He doesn't get the girl, but then he stumbles into being a superhero, and oh my god, his life turns upside down, and he doesn't know how to control his powers. This movie overall um was a great intro to show off the character and give us a glimpse of the character. I really like how throughout the film they embrace the Mexican culture. They don't shy away from the fact that he's Mexican. They don't shy away. They talk about Mexican issues. I like the fact that during in the movie, they speak Spanish. They speak Spanish and they have English subtitles, and I thought that was I thought that was a new and interesting way. I liked that they put that in the movie. And if you read the comic books, or if you read the comic books of Blue Beetle, in the comic books, the family knows he's a superhero, and that's kind of like a first in the comic book space, because like most comic book superheroes, like their superhero life and their personal life are two separate things. You never see them, like the family never knows about their superhero antics. But in this movie, they do, and they very much support him for that. I think that Blue Beetle is a great, fun film. Great for the family. If you're looking for a break from the Marvel movies, this I think this is a good substitute. And I say this, and I'm a Marvel geek. DC did a really good job on this one, and I think they need to strike while the iron's hot and capitalize on this and make Solo and build up on this. Build up on this and strike while the iron's hot. Make this kid a star. Um, Build the franchise around this kid. I think he's going places. Also, I think George Lopez is the GOAT. Is the GOAT in this film. He is the GOAT in this film. I will. You, no, like there's not even a discussion about this. He makes this movie. He brings the comedy, and he just makes it fun. You want to have fun with this family. It's an awesome family friendly movie. It talks a lot about um it talks a lot about family, and like it's this. I like how it's this transition. It's like with the hero, it's a good transition from like boyhood to man. And also, I would say that the women that aren't the superhero, that aren't the focus of this movie, they go just as hard as the guys in this film. Like they're not the women in the movie are not these like damsels in distress. They're putting in the work. And if you see the film, the grandmother was about that life. She was about that life. She was a gangster. She was about that life. Overall, I give this film a 10 out of 10. I thought it was a great film. I think DC, if they build around this film, they can make a star out of this kid. They can make a star out of this kid, and they can build a franchise out of this kid. I think James Gunn and DC need to strike while the iron's hot. Forget the Flash. Make Blue Beetle the face of DC Comics. I give Blue Beetle 4 stars. Go see Blue Beetle. Go see DC Comics Blue Beetle. It's in theaters right now. Go see it. Once again, I'm Brandon A. Barnett. You can follow me on YouTube. You can follow me on TikTok for more movie reviews and Hollywood news. Once again, next time I see you at the movies, I'll save you a seat. Peace. Brandon out. See you at the movies.